really differentiates Accenture in the mobile space is our ability to bring all the different diversity aspects of Accenture to the problem. So if you look at it, I'm part of our communications media technology. I focus on service providers. However, when you look at mobility, it's all of a sudden it's becoming it's a whole trend that transcends industries. So like mobile healthcare, et cetera. You've got all these financial payments applications, distance-based insurance, and I think if I really look at Accenture's sweet spot is we were able to bring all of our skills in the technology side, with working with communications providers, and then couple that with all of our industry knowledge. So working with our healthcare guys, bringing in the health providers. How do you enable e-health, and be able to bring that mix of skills together to solve applications, and working through service providers to deliver those capabilities, I think is very differentiated. And then in doing that, not only do we have the industry expertise and are able to build those verticals, solutions together, but we can also build the fundamental building blocks. So we acquired a whole embedded software group. We got 2,000 people now who can build applications, running on everything from iOS through Android, a whole bunch of different devices. We can do that very rapidly. But one of the things that we're seeing operationally that's very different is it's fundamentally that this whole Ethernet to cell backhaul is fundamentally changing even the wireline operating models. And in the past, we used to have very clear boundaries. Service providers had organizations, processes, and systems that focused first on the upfront, planning, the engineering, and then the construction and build out of network infrastructure. And then they would have their sales and service fulfillment processes would then pick up the customer order. I would then provision subscribers and services on my network. So I'd build and then I would do service fulfillment. And that's how all of our models, the ETOM and others, are structured, and that's how we're organized. What we're seeing now is this new notion of customer network build. So let's say I'm Verizon, AT&T Mobility or Wireless sends me an order for 200 cell sites to connect for Ethernet. All of a sudden I have a customer order, part of my fulfillment processes. I now need to push that back, and it's going to now impact. I've got to do the planning, the engineering, and construction aligned to what was a service fulfillment process. So it's challenging the traditional models. So we now need to look at kind of end to end. How do I deal with everything from planning, engineering, construction, all the way through fulfillment in more of a holistic manner. And that means looking at, breaking down some of the organizational boundaries, the process boundaries, reducing the handoffs, introducing systems to really start managing that end to end. And I look at that, it's fundamentally challenging the way that the industry's done this. Now, in North America, they've made great strides. They've rolled out a lot of the Ethernet to support this, and it took a while, but they definitely got there and have done this. But we're not done yet. This trend's here to stay. I mean, if you look at it, we look at LTE right now. The next thing's going to smaller cell sites, and then I'm convinced, anytime you have, we will always fill the pipe. So we, increasingly the operators are looking, can we do some Wi-Fi offload? Increasingly we're going to be seeing the same customer network build, whether it's pushing out first to the cell towers, then to the microcells, supporting Wi-Fi hotspots, and pushing deeper and deeper and closer to the customer in order to do that. So that notion of customer network build, I think, is going to transcend just the way they operate going forward.